Hello friends, family, and any other random stranger that found this video on the internet. I'm Rachel and this is my channel. So today we're going to be making shortbread. Easy, delicious, fun, holiday themed shortbread. And by holiday themed, I mean holiday shapes. This is a recipe that we have done before in this house and it is beloved by all who have tried it. So if you want to try making shortbread this holiday season, this is the recipe to do. There aren't many ingredients in the shortbread recipe. You need butter, icing / powdered sugar, cornstarch, salt, and all-purpose flour. So gather your ingredients and let's get baking. A really good shortbread, I believe, should melt in your mouth. And in order to get that delicious melt in your mouth feeling, you have to sift the ingredients 4 times through. And that's like probably the hardest part of this whole recipe is the time dedicated to sifting. So we are going to be sifting the flour, the cornstarch, and the salt. Let's get sifting. Grab a bowl, and we're grabbing and a sieve. Is this called a sieve? A sifter.
It's a sieve.
Sieve. So we are sifting 2 cups of flour. Let's do it. Alright, so the flour has been sifted 1 time in this bowl. Now we're going to be adding the cornstarch. You're going to be adding half a cup of cornstarch. Now we're going to add a pinch of salt. So since I made a bit of a mess, I'm going to make sure I clean that up before I move forward. It's cleaned! Right, now we're going to sift this for the second time. You take from the first bowl and sift it into the second bowl. And then we're going to sift it again, and then we're going to sift it again. That's the 4th sift, in case you're counting. Now that we have that done, we're going to preheat the oven to 325 Fahrenheit. So when baking, it's really great to take the butter out a few hours before you're actually baking because then it's easier to work with. So this is a block of room temperature butter that is ready to be turned into lovely cookies. We're going to need 1 cup of butter. Just marking where that is. I just want to disclose that I have washed my hands before this entire process. And I've washed them in between. So this is a nice clean butter block. Alright, let's beat some butter. Lock your device. Make sure that you mix your butter until it's light and fluffy. It's good to scrape down the sides of the butter in between the blends. Next, we're going to add half a cup of powdered icing sugar into our many sifted mixture here. Give that a quick little stir up before we add it into the butter. Sugar time! So now we're going to add our dry ingredients to our butter, and we're going to add just a little bit at a time and mix it in. Be sure to not overmix. It's almost done being combined, and I'm going to grab a board now to roll it out on. And we got the flour again to roll it out on. Now we're going to sprinkle some flour on the board so the dough doesn't stick. When I snap my fingers, there will be dough here. Dough! When you're rolling, make sure you are pressing very lightly. You don't want to press into it. Shortbread cookies don't really expand and poof up in the oven, so whatever you roll it out kind of just stays at that thickness. And now for the cookie cutters. We have a bear, we have a Christmas tree, we have a squirrel, we have a doe or deer, a female deer. We have a moose and not the one from Step Up. And for my sister, we have a Christmas shark. So those are all of the cookie cutters we're using. Now when you are pressing your cookie cutters into your dough, it's best to kind of put it as close as you can to the edge. That way you get as many cookies as you can out of this pre-rolled dough. Then from there, whatever's left over, we're gonna roll out again, smooth out, and see if we can get maybe a few more cookies out of it. There. Okay, that is the closest I can get. I just realized that you should probably have your parchment paper ready to go so you can take these cookies and put them on there. So I'm gonna go do that now. Parchment paper. Lift it, the cookie in it, and then you can drop it. So we've run out of room, so now we're gonna put the dough together and roll it back out and press some more. This is the last cookie, which is a squirrel. Now with this leftover dough, I recommend you eat it. Shortbread dough is actually one of the safest doughs to eat because there's no egg in it. It's just butter, sugar, and flour. Honestly, just as good as a cookie. So then you put your cookies in there for 10 minutes and then check on them, see if they're ready to go. Then you take them out. So I'll see you in 10. So I actually threw it in for an extra 2 minutes, so this is 12 minutes now. Upon inspection, even though it's been 12 minutes, I think I'm gonna put them in for like a minute longer just to see how it looks. Oh my god, it almost fell. Now we're gonna let these cool for a little bit and then we're gonna move them onto a wire rack. So it's been long enough now that I can move these over to this wire rack to continue to cool, where they're not leaking through too much. One of the deers just broke a leg. We got a one-legged deer. Awesome. Alright, now these are just gonna cool, like overnight. For a few hours, just give it time to cool down. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with the last few cookie cutouts there. All right, so this is the easy, delicious shortbread cookie recipe that you can pull out during the holidays or any time of year really, because shortbread is a classic year round. And here's the final results. Thought they looked really, really good. I really hope you enjoyed watching today's video and you took away a fun recipe that you can try at home. What is your favorite type of cookie? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you have a great rest of your day, evening, or whenever you're watching this video. I will see you in the next video. Bye.